Testing. Mike, Mike, Mike. Oh, righty. Let's do this. Hey, Noah. What's up, Zandel? How are you, Gungy? Welcome in, guys. Skimp, the usual suspects. Scotty Go Blue. How are you, Scotty? Oh, you guys are always on my stream that are here right now. Just letting you know. Hey, Rose. Uh, I'm gonna be on vacation and I'm trying to record some content. I think I'll stream tomorrow before I go, but I won't be streaming for sure Thursday, Friday, or the weekend because I'm gonna be out of town. What's up, Al? And I know you guys are pretty much always there, so I'm trying to record a bunch of content ahead of time so I have stuff to release. But always on the first day of MLC Bizzo. I'm pretty good ish. I remessed my backup, but other than that, I'm good. I plan on it, Scott. Actually, Mrs. Mherex and I, we're going to the Oregon coast. We're actually bringing our computers with us, and we're gonna game like the majority of the time. We'll do other stuff too, but we're just gonna get away and game and chill. Insta login, great question. You click the news tab here, right about here, and then instant web login, one tap to rule them all. You click on this click here word. I was looking for a button. It's not a button, but click like here, right about here, and it logs you into the portal automatically when it's working right. So it also gives you like a pop-up to claim your daily stuff. You can actually read it right here. If you, well, you might not want to read Clay, so claim your free rewards and stamp cards with ease. Redeem promotion codes. Participate in fan voting for rewards and positively impact the game's development. Check out the Superstar guides. Benefit from limited time exclusives in the shop and so much more. Yeah, it is kind of cool, to be honest. Also, did you guys know there's a fair amount of stuff in this news tab? Have you guys been using this? I feel like I usually go to the blog for everything, normally, or just wait for it in game. There's actually a lot of useful stuff in the news feed if you look at it and check it out. Get the red dot to go away, and then when new stuff comes, you'll get to it. You use it to get to the blogs, right on. You're using it, Stephen Randall, right on. Uh I no, I don't think it shocks me. I think the zombies are great so far, Clay. Really good. Both of them of the more obtainable ones are going to be very good on pretty much every roster too. They both have fantastic budget builds. I've already recorded those but haven't posted them yet. T-Bob, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had a good stream, Bob. You took Ray's silver gear and gave him the Piper plate. I still don't have Mellow, Braun, or Roxanne, but that's not the point. Only 65 shards away from them. Right on, Bizzo. I wasn't keeping track. Big Show, how are you, buddy? Bunders, what's good? Average giveaway winner. How are you? Telvin, Southside, how you guys all doing? Elvin, did I say hi to you? Hi, Elvin, how are you? Did I miss anyone else? I think I got everyone else. Tino, I might have missed Tino. How are you, Tino? Oh, the two that are in the game but we can't actually see yet? Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for zombies. Z Gunther for free is huge. He is an insanely good trainer, coach, entourage. I'm pretty good, Big Show. I'm pretty hyped. What about me? What about the professor? What's up, professor? I didn't know you were in the house. How are you, bro? Bro? Bro. Bro? Bro? Bro. I mean, yeah, if they're in game, I'll happily talk about them still. I don't know if they get removed. I don't know, average giveaway winner. So this may shock some of you. And Professor's here. He can you can type something and pin it if you want, bro. Professor can testify to this. Shockingly, I know this is crazy. They don't tell us stuff like that in advance. Like if you do the blog, you might know 3 or 4 hours before it's released. Legitimately. Once in a blue moon, and I think it's been probably pushing 6 months to a year now, they show us like a day or two early something, but for the most part, it's like 4 hours tops. So like, and it's only the CC that's doing the blog reveal. So honestly, I'm okay with you asking the questions, but the answer is always going to be I don't know. But also on the flip side, if I did know, I have an NDA signed, and I couldn't tell you anyway. But if I did know, I would tell you I knew, but I couldn't tell you anyway. In this case, I don't know, so I can't tell you, but either way. Only if they know people will hate it, then it's a day early. For example, zombies, yeah, Professor knew it 3.5 hours before he read the blog, did the stream. We don't know stuff. We don't know the characters early. That's not... Scopely doesn't really do, like, hype trailers, videos, that kind of stuff. I wish they did. If I would have known which zombies were coming like a month ago, I would have made videos on that, hyped it up, got people excited. But that's not really how it works at all. It would be fun, right? It would be fun. So where is the thing? I think it's this tour. Yeah, we did get a hype video for the strap filters. Yeah, it's in the game. So if you can read, you can see that. If you can read. What's up? I don't have Twitch app. Anyone I would like to see as a zombie? Well, Bailey was at the top of my list, to be honest. Who would I really like to see besides that? I mean, I have an HBK. He's not great anymore, but HBK is one of my favorites. I have a Zombie Mankind. He's not great, but those are like my two favorites. But I guess like, we... It's I don't know. Like, zombies are kind of weird for me. I just like getting them. They're fun. Generally, they do something cool. The coaches, trainers, entourage, whatever you want to call it, are generally good. I don't really care who the zombie is if they look cool. I like the gimmick, as it were. So, personally, I would love a Grayson Waller zombie. I'd love a Grayson Waller anything, but it doesn't really matter, you know? Z-Mankind is really fun. Z-Mankind is really fun. And let's see. So, I'm going to do a poll. It's too bad he doesn't scale anymore. Who to play first? Chills. What's up, Dina? You'll probably get him this month, Steven Randall. That's really close. You'll probably get him this month. Chills, Bays, or who's the other one? Oh, Brats. We'll go with Brats. And let's go... No, I don't want to allow additional votes. Let's go with a 5-minute duration while I'm talking. Poll is up. Who to play first? So, again, if you're just getting in here, you didn't know, this is kind of cool. News tab, instant web login. Click here. Takes you right to the portal to claim all of your daily login stuff. It's actually pretty convenient, especially if you're a big mobile user, because sometimes logging into web browsers on a mobile is kind of difficult. I'm a big PC guy, so I like looking at stuff on my PC, probably because I have old eyes. You guys have seen me cascade a bajillion times when I can't tell what gem is what when they're all glowing and lit up, so there's that. But But yeah, I mean, like pretty much any zombie is fun. This year's gimmick for the zombies is the sub ridiculous damage, which is super fun. It's already recorded, Noah. I just am not gonna bombard things on day one. I try to limit it to 2 videos a day. Also, I don't think a lot of people know this. It probably doesn't matter for our game because most of it's word of mouth and we don't have anything ever that goes viral. Um, so it probably doesn't matter, but YouTube stealth bans you after 3 videos. That's why you'll see most creators never do more than 3 videos of the bigger creators, and then they have a second account. So YouTube actually stealth bans you after, meaning your stuff just quits showing up in people's feeds and stuff. Um, After like 3 videos. So I try to post 2. Sometimes I'll post 3. Once in a blue moon, if I mistimed stuff or something and there's something in the game I think is important and I've already posted like 3, I'll post a 4th, but I don't like to. So I've actually already recorded all my budget builds for all 3 characters. Done with all previews, done with all budget builds, but I'll be releasing them. Sometimes I wait more than a week because like everyone gets bombarded with 50 videos on the MLC chase people right away, and I don't feel like I need to add to that. Can you ask what do you mean exactly, Rose? Who do you think the people in the 6-star gold loot are worth? You mean like the MLC, the month long this one? Like, and when you say worth, what do you mean? Like worth building if you get them? Um, is that what you mean? So every one of the zombies is worth it for the trainer alone. To this point, what does mankind do? I don't remember. Click on him, coach. He's a row break. We don't really have a lot of row break people. With per row break damage. If we were to get a row break boss, something like this could potentially be really good, but not super great as a fighter or coach anymore. Great. This never really gets used much. There's an occasion here and there, I suppose, where it could be useful, but it doesn't really get used much. As a fighter, as far as fighters go, Cody with gear middle line is ridiculous. Ray with gear, honestly, I've been toying around with him. His gear's on the prize wall. I'll probably do a video on what I've been trying with. It'll probably shock a lot of people. Dragon's kind of meh. He can do a lot with a lot of clicks and some really rare stuff. Liv, personally, I'm not a fan of. A lot of people love her. HBK doesn't keep up. Orton can do things if you're okay with the gameplay style. Particularly, you'd probably want a Judgment Day plate. I think he's outclassed these days. This guy is ridiculous with stuff. People love Bex. I'm not a fan because I don't like the sub gameplay. Sammy with the right stuff is actually probably my favorite here. Tuesdsays is probably the best by most people's account. Although Cody with gear, middle lane, absolutely redonkulous. Good. Bianca's still okay-ish. Showdown in particular. So yeah, those are Dom can be good, worth building for the trainer. Silence Gem, so worth building for the trainer. He's outclassed now with Cody, but if you don't have like Cody and Austin and you happen to get the moment, he's pretty good. Solid trainer as well. So yeah, pretty much all of these, like there's nothing in here would I be like, oh shucks, I wish I wouldn't have got this. And they're all pretty viable in their own way. I would say they're all worth the resources in the top tier to answer that question. This tier, again, MP reduction. Yes, it is, Scott. That's my best value pick, I would say, on the moment looking at it early. And Chelsea won easily, so we'll play some Chelsea. Chelsea won easily. Good trainer. He's okay. I'm not really a big fan at this point. So, but yeah, pretty much all of them are worth building in their own ways for coaches and trainers. She's really bad at this point and not good. Sadly, not as good as I'd like, although with tour perks, ridiculous stuff, and tour moments, he can look amazing, okay-ish, meh, and Delo's super duper good. How are you, Beefy? So yeah, I would say this is a really good spread in here. There's a ton of stuff. in all of these tiers, if you get for the first time to be happy about, I would say it's a fan freaking tastic 6-star gold one. Corey, how are you, buddy? Yeah. So yeah. Who's my favorite zombie? Restate, is that what you're asking? It's probably gonna be somebody this year. Probably gonna be Bailey. I think she'll be my favorite all month, judging on what I've seen so far. But my favorite has been Sammy. But I think Bailey will end up being my favorite zombie, period. We'll see what the other two hold, or if there's more than two. But I think Bailey's probably going to end up being my favorite. Would I? I said this in my preview, Rose, and I think it's going to be very controversial for a lot of people. I think Chelsea's better than Liv. So yes. Also, I don't care for Becky's sub gameplay. So yes, I would. I think Bailey and Chelsea are the two best. But again, I get that that won't be everyone's scenario. Also, the thing to keep in mind when I say that, Rose, is it really depends what you have, right? How do I run Trick Dragon personally? I don't anymore, Zandel. Is there a tour for Dragon? Is that why you're asking? Yeah. TNK, I mean, like, they invested a ton of resources in designing the portal. There's no way it's not going to be fixed. So of course it'll be fixed. I just don't know, I don't know when it'll be fixed. Personally, I'm not having issues with the portal. First thing when I have issues with the portal I do is I try a different web browser. I haven't had any issues with the portal all day. So if you're having trouble logging in Edge, try Chrome. If you're having trouble in Chrome, try Edge, try Firefox, that sort of thing. Second thing you do is you clear your cache and stuff, etc. But I haven't had any issues with the portal personally. Dragon for a tour? No MP right now, huh? Which one is he under? He's gonna be... I've been doing is previews, so I just finished up the last of my previews. Trickster ends Friday, so I haven't even looked at the other stuff. So if you have Dragon, you should be able to really actually walk through this, because up to bronze he's really good. Zandel, Cactus, I'm good. How are you? And I would just go with the trap stuff, and very trappy, because he does a lot of. Oh no, I'm not looking up Zandel. Dragon. I don't know if I answered your question okay or not, though, Rose. But so much depends on what you have. Like, depending on what you have, Z-Liv could easily be better than Chelsea. At the same time, different levels, right? As far as like a budget build, I think Chelsea is way better than Z-Liv. I could be wrong about that, but I think so. And then if you're talking like super duper ridiculously top end, I also think Chelsea's better. If you're talking more in the middle, I think there's a chance Liv is better. So. No, I didn't do any loot review yet, IK. Do I like Bailey over Naomi is complicated. So the thing is Naomi with all of this stuff is absolutely ridiculous and gonna be, I think, a little bit faster. I haven't timed them than Bailey. Bailey, the way I like her, is move damage, 0 risk, but an extra click, and does blow some gems up as well. So I think she's going to be a little bit slower because of the extra click. But I love the fact she's move damage. That's very interesting to me. It's also something I have none of in the ladies game. I got no one that can win with move damage turn 1. So in essence, Zandel, yes, I like her more than Naomi, but the real answer is use both of them. And it's only because she does something different. I have a ton of green gem damage dealers. Charlotte, May, Naomi, that's 3 ladies that deal green gem damage. I need some variety. I really enjoyed doing that video, Beef. So, Chrissy, how are you, bud? Woo! Way to go! Jacob Gear, that's pretty awesome. So not the botches, Zandel. The traps that do damage, I think, is how I would do this. And probably this way. And bring them by you. Make 6 random gems into purple gems. Yes, so you want this one, because that'll recycle potentially for you. 15, if broken by your opponent, steal big health. If broken by you, increase your blue MP by 4. Maybe not that one. It's been a minute, Sandel, so you bear with me. 6 random gems and trap. Broken by your opponent, decrease all. You deal damage for... Oh, this is fun. Corpse Catapult can be fun. Broken by you. Yeah, so this one is really fun. There's a few different ways you can do it, but I don't think you'd have any issue. Honestly, if you just pick one of the ways, because they're gonna like really kill themselves on the traps. So you can use the blue, and then you can put, you're choosing red gems along with the 2 reds. This one, if broken by you, it increases your blue MP. You can put the more traps out potentially, sort of thing. I'd say this is probably the most simplerest one to play, to use really, really bad grammar. But you could also do the purple thing as well. You could get this one in, because this one is super fun, and go with maybe something like this. That's the trap damage one. And then just make sure you're swiping the purples, the ones that make, not this one. We wouldn't want Hellsteel. We'd want to break purples so you can break more Sandel. Like that kind of thing. One of those two. Extra trap gems when possible. Something like that. I haven't played him forever, so that's not a fine-tuned build, by the way. And he's sort of complex in how he does the things. But something like that, or something with the blue and the trap that does blue MP and getting more out, sort of thing. Did I answer your question, Rose, or not? What's up, Dab? How are you? What else did I miss? Oh, there you go. I'll pin that for you, Professor. We're going to raid Professor at the end of my stream. He has a giveaway. Go win free crap. And by crap, I mean awesome stuff, since it's probably got jump shark packs, as he likes to call them. You are excited. Ray is only worth 3 M. Oh, yeah. Ray is very good, Derek. Awesome trainer. Also, his gear's on the prize wall. Boy, there's a lot of stuff to cover. I really love this. You got it? Okay, Rose. So yeah, it really just depends on everything. What do you think of the toxic theme? It does. Yeah, Chris. Agreed. I really like I like the way they look. Bailey, like, and Chelsea, I think both look super cool. In particular, Bailey, I'm a big fan of how she looks. They both look kind of like themselves, but zombified, so I like that. I always like zombie month, so it's hard not to be excited. I don't know. It looks like very radiated Bailey, so I'm good with it. I like it. And then Chelsea, I think, looks really good too. I don't know. It's complicated, Sandel. You build both. Chelsea looks really good. I love the whole, like, rolling around in the dirt look from being a zombie. I think she looks really good too. You know, zombies are always dirty. She looks dirty. I bet she would smell terrible. That's the vibe I get. Really bad smelling, necrotic, fleshed zombie. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's what I want to see. That, I would say, literally the only thing I'm not hyped on is their naming this year. Sometimes the names are super cool. But I'm not, this time they're okay so far. Yeah, right. No, that's super funny. It's the irony there. And then Brett. He's got his whole rib cage showing and stuff. Yeah, I'm feeling Brett. I think he looks pretty good. Sunglasses, etc. Dumpster Chelsea. Yeah, the best there was is pretty good. Yeah. I would say, like, and that's not, like, I'm not complaining, but if I'm nitpicking, I would have I would I don't know. I don't know what I would have named all of them. I think, the spoiler one is named pretty good, one of them. The other one, I mean, it's LA Bite or nothing. Um you think Na's good? Okay, that's cool. Question about I don't expect him to be very good at boss battle, Derek. He doesn't have really the boss battle tools unless I like that destroyer, yeah. I'm down with that. He doesn't really have boss battle tools because we rarely get move damage, Derek. If we did get move damage, though, it would be pretty good. So, I mean, they're not terrible names, for sure. Sometimes we get really, really cool zombie names, though. So, anyway. Um, let's see. The prize wall. People will ask about that. But that being said, Derek, I think Tamatonga is a super good superstar. What's up, Sand? How are you? So it would be okay for a shield, Derek. You're never going to do big damage with him because he doesn't have the tools to do big damage in boss. But it would be fine for a shield. Me personally, love the prize wall. Oh, also, if you're close to dragon, not to encourage spending. That's not bad pricing on his shards at all. Hopefully that stays consistent with that era of zombies during the weeks for the tours for people that are close. Um, yeah, same, Chris. There's no way I won't. No way I won't. So love this. This is. I love the value here. This is target number one for me on this wall. I think that's very good value at that cost. Southside. I'd be down for that. I see what you're going with there, and I can completely get behind that. Do you guys know what this moment does? Would you like me to show you guys? Do you know? I think this has great value. That's probably my top target for value on the wall. If you're missing any of the gears, um, there a bunch of them are here. I think the Cody gear is top notch. Tuso gear, Sammy gear, and Ray gear are all top notch. Of course, extra shards, always welcome. So I'd say wait till the end to spend any of your currency. It's not going anywhere. But, you got to do what you got to do. I don't know, Phil. See, this is a great question. Zombies, it's hard to say. I don't think we're going to get any gear because the gear usually happens in Spring Outbreak. So I don't think we're going to get any new gear this month. But the moment, I could see getting the moment. Because didn't we get this moment last year during the Prime month? Maybe we'll get gear. If we're getting gear, I don't know. Bro says, wait, are we getting gear, bro? Do you know something I don't? It wouldn't be the first or last time. Um, so if I was guessing, I'd just go off of last year to guess and say moment, but no new gears, but who knows? Because the MLCs have been having gear. Awesome, Destroyer. Congrats, buddy. It's a really good moment. Really, really good moment. But I feel like this is an insane price, but I'm also not a Becky enjoyer. This might change how I feel about her, but I kind of doubt it. Um, so I feel like this is very high cost. I'm not interested in that personally. Should be. Why is it not here? Is it unlocked on this account? Oh yeah, it's a universal. It's probably unlocked on this account. Which I'll have to take into account if we play any of the old zombies, because it's a pretty powerful universal. There it is. Universal moment, Chris. It's very good. No, X Creed. Definitely not. today. This is a zombie stream, so yeah, not today, sorry. Yeah, Universal, big blast gem. So it, yeah, it's it's a good moment, obviously for Sammy, for Tuso. Blast gems on Cody is pretty nutty, with his buff, right? Those are the big ones to me. Silence gem damage helps Gunther, but he'll show his age now. No, it's okay. Nothing to be sorry about. Nothing at all to be sorry about. You catch me at a different time, and we could mess around with Titus, though. In particular, on my stream, I'd be happy to mess around with Titus, um, because it would be interesting. Uh, Liv has, if you're into botch gems, you could do the botch gems sort of help Liv. I'm not into botch gems, but it definitely helps Liv with her botch gem set. And the traps help Becky with the trap set. Neither are there what are considered their primary builds, I don't think, though. But Liv, if you have like a Hitman's jacket, I actually don't on my account yet. Basically won't lose. How well would I rank the new zombies? I think they're all awesome. Personally, I think Chelsea's the best lady zombie, personally. Multiplies help Becky. Yes, a little bit, I guess, Phil. Yeah, that's a solid point, depending how many you leave with the sub. Yes. Good call, Phil. Pretty sure her sub leaves some multiplies. So they do help a little bit. You won't get a ton of them, but they'll definitely help. Yeah. That's hilarious, Chris. Yes. So, but the trap move, it helped a little bit, but that doesn't do an insane amount of damage anyway. Becky, honestly, to me, her best move set is one that doesn't use the sub, simply because you don't have to use the sub. No surprise to anyone that Mherex would say that. I actually like this with the drip plate, but I don't play it because I don't like using a drip. I don't know why. I could make assumptions if you like. I would assume because zombies are have always been kept exclusive to 2 times, October and Spring Outbreak. So that would be my assumption. Yeah, you can absolutely say that, Derek. I get it. I get it. She is the lady powerhouse 75% or better of this game have been waiting for. I like her the best, Big Show. I think a lot of people think I'm stupid or crazy, but I think this is how I feel about Chelsea. I think with over the top insane stuff, she's better than Liv, and I think with budget stuff, she's better than Liv. I think with like medium to medium high stuff, Liv is better. So I think it really depends. They're not going to add zombies to the store. There's no way. Zombies aren't going to the store. They would already be there. Yes, and I think Z-Ray Choice would be a good pull against gold pulls from the fact that it's guaranteed, and his coach is very, very good. And he's a good fighter, too. I think it probably would. It depends on how much of a gambler you are and that sort of thing, because the loot is quite good, and there are other zombies in the loot. But I like a bird in the hand kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I like guaranteed. So I'm maybe not the best person to ask that. I probably would go Z-Ray over the gold pulls personally. Right on, Derek. I mean, across the board, X Creed triple purple is going to be the best thing you can do for Gunther. at a higher level going against higher health. At 6-star bronze level, triple yellow is very good. No, Zombie Gunther's free. Play some tours and stuff, just like Rosie was. He might not be free today for everybody, but I think it depends on which tours you have active and how far you're getting in the events. Was he free today? Yeah, I thought he should be just like Ozzy. Ozzy was free day one. If you played a bunch of the game, do all your stuff you can in the game, do your tours, and you should be able to get them. Yes, absolutely, Rose. Absolutely. So I can show you the over the top stuff with Chelsea. How she should be able to do clear at gold 60 million ish. In particular, if you had like a middle line in feud, no problem with 3 clicks. No risk. But it is over the top, completely over the top. So, and I don't really like doing that. She's also very good with limited stuff too, which is more my preference, right? But either way, I think Chelsea's great, just depending on what you have on your roster. Um, so it's a little less safe, but triple red is really good. Um, unless you have a plate to help recycle, then it makes it much safer. And a lot of times I don't necessarily like subs, no surprise to anyone, but I like this on Chelsea's build this way. It flows really well. It adds to the damage significantly. Um, yeah, the danger here is recycling though with this build. So that is absolutely worth noting. Less fun, but still good and safer with the recycle would be the sub here. So you can also, if you don't want to do a sub, you can choose, basically take your pick of the choose or the sub to get going. During 99 MP, she'll probably be a big problem and be very, very good, no matter what. Yeah, I love the finisher name, You're Uglier. It's great. Absolutely great. Um, Triple Purple is one of those things without nice stuff, you're going to be like, oh, I guess that's okay. Once you start adding in really nice stuff and whaley stuff, you're like, gosh dang, that's crazy. That's kind of how Triple Purple works with her. The more you add, the more impressive it gets. So, personally, I'm in the middle range kind of thing. Let's see what we got to choose here. Got any red MP? No, not yet. Okay. What's LOE? You're talking like 99 MP? What's LOE? I don't know what that stands for. LOE. Oh, Leo? A lot. Like top line or middle line X Creed, she's gonna go like well over 60 million middle line with crazy stuff. And I mean like top line, then you can add even more. Probably do like 80 million, 75. This is I'm just kind of speculating here with 100% strap and all this stuff. As far as 99 MP, I mean, yeah, a lot with like 100% strap. A lot, a lot, a lot. I don't like doing 99 MP builds because it tends to give people a really unrealistic expectation of how the superstars will perform. And they tend to level them up based on hype that they never really quite achieve. So those are more fun to play around with, but I don't like to do them very much at all. What's up, Jamie? How are you? Yeah, I actually, none of my previews, I don't think, rarely, if ever, maybe a couple times since 99 MP came out, have I included a 99 MP build. Maybe twice, but I usually don't. And my previews usually have anywhere from 3 to 6 move sets, so there's a lot to choose from. how do I want to do this? 7, 8, 1 for your turn. Yeah, double red MP. You're welcome, Destroyer. Everybody's different. It's nice to have options. A lot of people like seeing the 99 MP stuff. It's good to have options. For the 99 MP builds, just watch a different creator. They will hook you up. Plenty to choose from. Room for everybody. So let's do a Santa list. The nice thing about this one is you can get the extra blast gem peoples. Sammy and Priest on. Post 99 MP. No one used Priest. 99 MP with Dripper, I leave. Dang it, Chris. So I think most of you guys would probably agree this build set, not particularly hard to set up unless you weren't playing when Sting was out, then it could be a little more difficult. You'd still have enough, but you wouldn't be able to hit the finisher right away. I would assume most of you guys would say this is a fairly friendly-ish trainer setup. Not Cody. I want, what's his face? Priest. At least fairly friendly? Nothing super duper crazy? Where are you, Priest? There's so many gem damage. There you are, right at the very last. Thank you. What's up, JD Silva? How are you, buddy? It is a gold. Do I want to use a 50 or 100% strat? Yeah, so if you don't have Sting bunders, then just put in like Bulldog, or yeah, Bulldog's usually my go-to. Sub will start loaded. You'll have a few turns where you have to reload it. In fact, if you don't have Sting, actually strike that. If you don't have Sting, then just use Sleep Like the Dead and 2 black MP trainers. Thanks, Jamie, very much. Because you can use this to reload them. So then you'll just use 2 black MP trainers, so Woods and whatever 2 MP black trainer you have. Shobo KO is who I've used in my the budget build. I think I used Shobo KO. I could be wrong there. I might have done something else, but I think that's what I did. I don't know. I recorded it last night. I can't remember. What's up? Akram? What's up, Akram? How are you? Let's start with it. What am I doing here? How much do I care about gem damage? A little bit, not a ton. I did. I answered your comment too. I remember seeing it. It was a good question. Oh, congrats, Jamie. Very happy for you. I know you were super looking forward to that. So I will start with a plate that is much more, or is, as far as I know, it wasn't. Was Doggy or Gremlin plate? Not Doggy or Gremlin. Rhonda's jacket at some point, was that pretty available? I feel like it was pretty available, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Z Gunther's free. I thought they did, Chris. So I'm pretty sure Rhonda's jacket and all of the subplates have been on walls pretty cheap recently. Pretty cheap. So I don't feel bad using like a baddest jacket. It used to be very rare for a long time. And did I see Titan plate on a wall recently too? I don't remember the pricing though. You guys can let me know what the pricing was if you remember. But I'm pretty sure there was a Titan plate on a wall not too far back. They're also in the feud bags. What's up, Tiger King? How are you? Yeah, Destroyer. I got one out of the feud bags too. 9 of them? I don't have that many, but this past feud I got 2 Hulkamania plates. I was like, the heck? I only had 1, so it didn't bother me. But like, it seems like once you get a plate, you're like, the odds of getting a second one are pretty good. I had at least 2 faction mates pull an LA Knight plate out of the feud bag. Pretty great, actually. I'm a big fan of the milestone rewards in Flash Feud. Big fan of the milestone rewards in Flash Feud. The milestones are absolutely worth my time to hit. Oh, and then for recycling, and I think these plates, I've seen them. So a couple things. One, if you don't know, do your marquee tours in stipulation. There's some pretty good affordable plates. I can't show you because it's not on, but in the marquee one, there is a bunch of the break 4, get 10 gem plates. I recently bought one. Pretty affordable. They're like 100K. And the marquee tours don't cost money to rebuy, because you buy them during the week. So once you beat it, if you have auto clear tickets, you can use it or you can play it again. Anyway, long story short is they have them in there, so you do have access to getting those. If you don't have any ultimate gem chucker plates, there's a decent amount of them in there. And now we're playing Chelsea. Let's go to tour. Yeah, shard bags were nice. I enjoyed the shard bags. It recruited me Bam Bam. All I get is KO and Uso plates. I get a lot of KO plates too. A few Usos, but I've gotten a bunch of Bulldog bracer plates, which is not a terrible plate actually. It's all over the place. The more bags you get, the better your odds, obviously. So I just try and get them all the time, and eventually. Hey DJ, what's up? I didn't see you come in. How are you? I don't think I'm your favorite streamer, but I'll take your second favorite, maybe? Third? I missed you, DJ. Sorry, bud. How are you? Hopefully you're still here. What are we doing here? No, not you. Need a lady. I know they were giving you cess, so they had to give you some bracers with them. I mean, you aren't allowed to pick yourself. Oh! Okay, well, I just figured, like, maybe a really cool Call of Duty. I saw your comment, Gumsy! Like a really cool COD streamer or something, you know, like, you know a lot of cool streamers. You got, you know, I'm not a cool streamer. I'm big boring. I put you to sleep. Anyway, those 4 to 10s, the black to red is very useful for recycling this one. So I rather like that on this build. And that particular plate is in the marquee store. You can get it. It's 100K. I got the, I want to say green to black version this weekend. That was the one I was missing. Poor Lux. It's okay, Gumsy. I did 2 other previews to make up for it. Oh, we need to get the perk. I can't do 1.25 speed. Ooh! It's horrible, guys. Also, I think this build is the reversal. Yeah, I have to double check. Maybe it's not. We could have just let her sub us for fun. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty dope. Yeah, this is the reversal. If you didn't know, guys, that's not a typo. That reversal, when someone hits you with a sub, steals 23 million health. Trainers do work on it. I'll show you that after we get MP. So you can specifically target sub people and say, ha! Sub me, I dare you. Congrats, DJ, that's awesome. As you can see, definitely helps with the recycle. 33 million damage out of nothing super crazy is not bad at all on the free one. That's nowhere near her top end damage. Yeah, Chelsea's really, really good on all levels of rosters. I think a ton of people, like, how many, let me do a poll, actually. Because I'm really curious. Do you have a powerhouse that can do 33 million or more damage? Lady powerhouse. Lady. I'm curious how many people watching do. Yes? No? Sure. So. And that's not, yeah, yes, Noah. Yes. That's not her top end. Like that's a 50% strap and stuff. You can put a Titan plate on her as well. It gives you 200% on all gems instead of 100% one color. So Titan plate is an upgrade. That's just kind of where you're starting a little bit, as it were. Um, Also, the reversal is so fun. I'm in love with these reversals. No, I won't put a drip on Chelsea, but I could. I mean, you can count double buff Z-Live, yes, Chris, because this is using a sub. So mm, I don't know how to fix that, Rusty. I think if you hit the expand button, you can see it easier. You can count that. I think is fair counting. Chris, double buff is fair counting. If you can do it, it works. I mean, I'm on the CC account, Gumsy. I have everything. It's not bragging. Ooh, Telvin. That's pretty awesome. What was I looking for? Titan plate. Maybe it's on somebody. Or on a strap. Nope, there it is. No. Powerhouse Piper is not good. Even with her plate, that is a waste of a Piper plate, sir. I'm saying to you this, the that is about as polite as I can manage for how big of a no that is. That would be like, what's the comparison I want to draw? I don't even know. What's up, Hoodie? I don't even know. So we're just gonna let Jade sub us. No one in their right mind. Watch what happens. 75 million health. Yeah, Telvin, kind of like that. Down to 51 million health. Go ahead and sub me. See if I care. I'm having no issues personally, Rusty, but you know I stay away from the dreaded disease that is crapple. So it could be a crapple thing. Yeah, I need to get the faster speed, Chris. I forgot. We put the Titan plate on, right? Let's see what this one does with the Titan. Didn't get a full recycle. 35 million pin though. Didn't quite get this full recycle. We did recycle the sub, but not the full deal. You could also correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Hand of Gunther. That gives yellow and red, right? So I think you could also use Hand of Gunther to recycle. Looks like more than 2/3 of the chat, or right around 2/3 of the chat, right out the gate. This is an upgrade to their lady powerhouses, without doing anything super crazy. Yellow and purple. Thanks, guys. I was thinking red because Taker can use it because of a different thing. Thank you. Thank you. I don't use a lot of subs, so I couldn't remember which color. Appreciate you. What now? What was I gonna do? Get sidetracked. No surprise. Something. Oh yeah, speed up. Speed up. Oh no. Rusty's got a hot take. No, thank you? Oh, come on, Gumsy. You're enjoying the 1.25 speed for real? Yes, Chris. It's super sad Because so like also sad is the fact that Tyler Bate is out because literally Ilya, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and Gunther can have insane matches, any combination of those guys against each other, and we're losing out on a ton of good matches. It's fair, Gumsy. It's fair. No, what did he say? Was he in full kayfabe? What did Gunther say? Probably went full kayfabe. Oh, I think Z-Ray is way better than General Sand personally. If you don't have Z-Ray, I don't think that's. I would. I'd support that, Rusty. Yeah, full kayfabe. Right on. Love Gunther is so old school like feeling. I love Gunther. Weak things break. Yes, I love it. How awesome is that? All right, guys. What else you want to see from Chelsea within reason? What else you want to see within reason? I have to clarify that. What else would you guys like me to try on Chelsea within reason? Gumsy. Yeah, probably, Chris, yeah. It has its uses, but if you want, I can just do more stuff because there's a bunch of good stuff with Chelsea. But if you want to see something particular, yeah, pretty much where I'm at, DJ. You want to see it with Seal of Acolytes? I can do that, Rose. That's a good one. I recently got my first Seal of Acolyte free from a feud bag. In the last couple months, I'd never got one. No! Professor left me with no chips. How could you? I have to click one button. Curse you, Professor! Yeah, I prefer Walter too. That was horrible, guys. As you know, not a fan of this channel. Way too many hashtags? What? Pound signs? Number sign? What are we talking about, Gumsy? I'm confused. Doesn't take much, though. I heard, yes, I saw that earlier. Rusty was doing good work. He was doing good works. Saving, that was last night, I believe. Saving the skill plate bags. Hash browns. Hash browns are delicious. Who doesn't love hash browns? Does anyone actually not like hash browns? Like deep fried potatoes. They're good. Oh, the pucker uppers? Okay. Wait, who are you talking about? I think he's talking about me. Really, Zandel? I would have thought a big, beefy guy like you would love hash browns. I know I'm stereotyping you, like, big time. You really don't like hash browns, Zandel? You don't like fries either? Actually, truth be told, I don't like most restaurant hash browns. They have to be good ones. A lot of the restaurant ones I find disappointing, but good hash browns are really good. I kind of like them with like biscuits and gravy. Waffle House is evil? No, I love fries. Gotcha, Zando. Have you guys ever had hash browns with biscuits and gravy? That's really good. Oh, cheesy hash brown casserole. I'd be there for that, Chris. Hash rounds, but no French fries? That seems... Zandel, I don't want to say this, but maybe a little bit communistic? Is that even American? No French fries? What's up, Delaney? Tino. Country gravy? You not know what country gravy is? Ooh, 38 mil. Nice, Rose. That boosted it to 38 mil. That's not shabby at all. The 50% strap. Exactly what I said. Do you not really not know what country gravy is, Tino? If you're not from America, maybe you don't. You don't like country gravy? Sausage gravy, it's sometimes called. Breakfast gravy. White gravy. Gravy. I don't know. What do you guys call that in other countries? Do you guys have that? That is a boost to female powerhouses, yeah. Um, it's not old people gravy. Get out of here. Let's just here. This is the worst Champs official stream ever. Here we go. Here we go. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. But we're gonna look up country gravy on the interwebs. Images seem fine. I checked it first. There's no weird euphemism in Urban Dictionary for country gravy messing up the image search, so we're good. We're fine, Furpo. Everything's fine. Don't find me, please. All right. Now, don't stay. This is country gravy right here. It usually goes on biscuits. Also called sausage gravy. With sausage in it, it's really good. Pepper, sausage, country gravy. Man, great. What? I'm not. Chocolate gravy is awesome? I don't know what chocolate gravy is. So, yeah, that's country gravy. Have you ever had, like, country fried steak? You thought it was an ad? No, it's just me streaming on the official channel. The country, no one's gonna stay. Country fried steak is awesome. It's basically deep fried, I guess, chicken with the country gravy over the top. Like that kind of stuff. This actually might bring in more views. Good shout, Chris. Yeah. It's super good. That looks iffy. Oh, come on, man. Nasty? What? It is beef. Okay. It's beef. It's just like kind of ground up beef. Your mouth is watering? Right on, Spider Guard. I love country gravy. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. That's the real kind. I like those kind of, like the cube potatoes, hash browns, more like that. This one looks really good. Some wheat toast with that. That's a meal right there. Really? No yeet? Whatever. Fine. All right. What were we? Sorry for everyone that actually came here for champ stuff. Looks like baby sick. But I mean, food is one of the greatest things in life. Can you tell I'm fat? You've never had country gravy? It's worth trying. Try it sometime. You absolutely try it sometime. Fair enough, Hud. Fair enough. Cube steak battered equals country. Thanks, JL Niners. Right on, Kings. Yes, hash browns O'Brien. That. Bacon, no bread, no water, just bacon. Food equals life. Commercials brought me here. Yeah, it's really good, Hud. Really, really good. Really good. Okay, that was a really good shout, Rose, adding the Acolyte plate. Anything else you'd like to see? I'll go semi-crazy on purple if you guys want. I just don't want to go, like, completely crazy. But what else do you guys, if anything, do you want to see on Chelsea before we play someone else? I'm going to take Chelsea Gold after the month and probably go ridiculously crazy, and I'll do a video on that then. But for sure, I really like her. Bacon is the candy of meat, says Confucius. I can get behind that, Sandel. Cracker Barrel. Was D'Lo used on Chelsea before? I haven't done the multiply set at all. Are you talking for the multiply set, Rose? It was not. No 99 MP builds if possible. I would accept a middle lane bonus build, though, in Feud. That would be fine. My favorite build is triple purple for what I have on my roster. For sure. Yeah, Zandel, absolutely. 100% what I have on my roster, triple purple is my favorite. Yes, with the Specs Destroyer. So, I guess it won't hurt to show it. You're gonna want super. I mean, you don't. I mean, it adds 100%, so you kind of do need it, but. What's Chelsea's go-to? With nice stuff, this would be her go-to with nice stuff. Wonder why it flagged you for Cage, Telvin. That's bizarre. I mean, we're not using that. Not using a 130, that's for sure. Yeah. Although, if you get Chelsea 5-star, not to encourage it, but maybe you get Lucky Destroyer, the Bubba's glasses are in that prize wall. 5 tokens gets you the Bubba's glasses. Just throwing that out there in case you do, because sometimes are the loot pulls still in the bags this month too, like they have been. Gummy bears and hamburger helper. How are you, Dina? Also, aren't these in the feud bags now? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Did the Bubba specs move to the feud bags? I can't remember everything that's in there. So you could also snag them from the feud bags if they're in there. I think they are. Probably Zando. Nice, Derek. Congrats, buddy. They are awesome. Yeah. So I do think don't just I mean like I would say back pocket it Destroyer in case you do get lucky and snag them. Either way. So it's probably worth back pocketing, maybe not something you'd want to watch like on your own necessarily till you get it sort of thing, but yeah. You definitely would want 100% strap and you definitely would want whatever this thing is. Bubba's glasses. Julius's old plate that got upgraded. Or downgraded, I mean. It's no longer Julius's. It's back to BPP's plate. Chris and I have had this conversation. So, if you don't... Well, let's start without a middle lane, and then we can move to middle lane and D-low rows. So, I did, Chris. I'm okay talking about the flash market and stuff, yeah. So I maxed the flash market. It was a very rough one. Normally, I can ruby market max in 600 to 700 rubies, sometimes 450. That was not the case at all. So I had to spend and buy rubies, even though I had rubies saved. But I did to get Jacob gear. Yes, Thomas plate is the Julius plate, correct. Yeah, he's good for his entourage. Great for a fighter if you have all the stuff, Creep. Without all the stuff. Yeah, I ended up doing the cheaper buys, Chris. The 119s or whatever. After failing miserably on 3 expensive rerolls and getting literally nothing to buy. Someone in our faction had super good luck. Ilya is 99 this month. Wait. No. Ilya is not 99 MP this month, correct. Well, it's only last month characters this month. So last month's characters were the Turtles and the Bloodline. Turtles, Bloodline, and this month's characters will be this month. Anyway, this is Woods. I gotta be close to Woods. This is Woods. Where are you, Woods? You know what? I'm just gonna... He has 99 MP. She has 99 MP. Sorry, Chelsea. I just assassinated your gender, so we're just gonna break that. Thanks, Rose. Well, Woods is on there, you just can't see him. He's invisible. So you can do... And like I said, it's super whaley, but no middle lane. You can do NOD Rock. And you could do Seth, and you could do Brett. With no middle lane bonus. That could be potentially an all the time thing. With Woods, it would be ready all the time, any lane. So that's kind of like your top end baseline for it. Of your absolute top end baseline, 100% strap, the plate that adds 100%, and then it would be Leo But I'll run it without Leo first, and we'll do like Gunther. Any of this month's zombie trainers would work just as well as the next. Whichever I find first. It's fine. Maybe they're all equipped already. Oh. Oh, nice, Rose. Yeah, so this could potentially be your all the time. This could just as easily be Gunther who's free. I did, Chris. I did. So this one could potentially be your all the time with the plate and 100% strap. And I'll show you the difference between this and Leo, for example. Yeah, I know, Rusty. We also horrible spread on the multiplies and only 2 purple gems. Absolutely horrible. This is like, I think like 8 million. Yeah, 7.3 million. And then 35's into purple. This is gonna not be probably a good one. Not terrible. Good cascade. It's only 35 million with all of that. It's not really impressive. It definitely needs the bigger stuff. So let's add some bigger stuff. The reds is definitely better until you go really crazy, and I think it's more middle lane at the end of the day. That really gets it. Ziorton be better? I don't think so. Rusty. Rusty, you know I can't fix that. You know I can't fix that, Rusty. Stop making me feel bad. And I'll take Leo off and show a middle lane without Leo that does hit hard or should hit hard. Much better board. 1.7 million on the multiplies. 35 of them has the potential to be really good, but let's find out. Missed a ton of them. Still 43 million, missing a ton. So not as bad. But if you want to see middle lane, it would take Santa, middle lane, and then Sherry. And you drop, what's his face there? Correct. Absolutely correct, Chris. So this would be middle lane now. And we're going to go Santa, so we're not staring at Leo, which is just rude to do. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I think, yes. I think you were typing that right as I was setting it up. Yep. Yep, Rose, exactly. You got it. I will try Delo as well for you, Rose. So we're at 1.83. It's actually better than with Delo, although this is a beefy Santa. Or not Delo, I'm sorry. Better than with Leo, but this is a beefy Santa. So you got to keep that in mind. And we could try Leo over Brett as well if people really wanted. But this would be a middle lane build. That's 47 million. And there's also the 8 million or 7 million on the not quite 7 million. I think it's more like 5 million on the multiply. So you're getting over 50. This is one that would absolutely shine as well with feud steps are big on this kind of thing. Max feud steps. Below. Yep, Eagles. Basically, they let everyone that got the turtle moment max the turtle moment. I did not get the turtle moment, so. How are you, Shadow? Yeah, Zandel, I can see that. So Delo significantly less, for sure. than Sherry. But not bad by any stretch. Oops. We're not going to do this. I don't know. I'm not eligible for giveaways, but you go to a stream, which I will raid when this is done, and it'll all be answered there. He will tell you. And then, of course, there would be the top lane would be really, really redonkulous with this. But I am curious what the difference is between Brett and Leo in this one. Thanks, Rusty. I would assume it's probably something like that, X, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. There you go, Rusty. Thank you, bud. Which one next? Do you guys would just want to climb the ladder, or do you guys want... give me a 1 in the chat if you want Brett next, or a 2 in the chat if you want Bailey next. Boy, those 10s are nice. Missed a bunch of them. And hit for 50 million. So, that's kind of... It's kind of the purples for Chelsea. Boy, it's pretty close. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But that's really close. Frick, I don't know. Change my mind. I'm doing a poll. I'll screw that up. We'll just make it a 2-minute speed poll. 2-minute speed poll. 1 for Bay, 2 for Brett. We'll get to all of them. No! Chris, calm down. 1, Bailey. 2, Brett. Stop it, Chris. Listen, Mherex needs to go to sleep for a long time. Polls up for who to play. Vote quick, 2 minutes. Is it my weird Minnesotan accent coming out? Really? When I say poll, it sounds like poll? Poll? I guess poll does kind of sound like poll when I say it, huh? Poll. 1. Rusty, dang it, click the button. Hey, what? Yes, Crazy Dina? Oh, you just called me Mherex. I don't like it. I see what you did there. Vote, people! Interact with Twitch. Nah, probably not Showtime. You keep hearing pull also? Gotcha, that's MG. Z Roman. Gumsy, gosh dang it. Stop it. We're in a dead heat. It's 13 for Bailey, 13 for Brett. What about Z Austin? Oh gosh, don't you start. Don't encourage Gumsy, Rose. Yeah, this poll has totally settled it. There's a few seconds left. We need someone to break the tie. Your vote matters. We need a food poll? Ooh. I'll do a food poll next, actually. I can sort of I can't multitask at all. Who are we kidding? But what is Zazo? I probably shouldn't even say it because I don't know what that is. Tier ranking food. Pizza, S+ tier. Anyone want to fight me about pizza? Oh! Brett won by 1 vote. Brett won by 1 vote. Pizza's S+ tier. Fight me. Absolutely. All right, Brett. What do we want to see with Brett first? What do you guys want to see with Brett first? The Brett there ever was. Pizza is S plus tier. Yeah, I know. His coaching on Jacob? Oh, come on, Chris. I mean, he's really good with the drip. He's gonna hit for like 80 million with the drip. Demand a recount. We can do that at the end, Rose, for sure, if you really want. But let me do the other stuff first. I just got done doing whalier stuff with Chelsea. It makes me feel bad. Pizza is the perfect food. Yes, SMG. All right, the real question. Honestly, am I weird? I don't like most restaurant steak. My own is way better. So often, I feel like if I buy steak at a restaurant, I'm just wasting money. Because I can take like $15 package of steak and make it taste way better than a $50 steak at a restaurant. But this is going to determine how many sociopaths we have in the chat. This poll. Let me get Brett first. That's not Brett. And then I'll set up another poll. And then people can suggest what they want to see with Brett. Assign. This feature works really well for me. I'm loving this entourage assign feature. All right, I had to do with my biome at this point. There he is. What do you need help with, Shadow? What do you need help with? Stop with the coach stuff. Right on, Tino. I make a really good Alfredo as well. Make a really good Alfredo. But my absolute specialty is probably grilled cheese. It's super simple, but I love grilled cheese. I would never put ketchup on someone else's steak, Rusty. It would be super flavorful, and if you don't like ketchup, you would never use it. Medium rare all the way. Definitely medium rare. Super good, Chris. She loved it. So there's Brett's stuff. Let me know what you guys want to see first. If you don't come up with something, that's fine. Are you psycho? If yes, say yes. Pizza? Pineapple on pizza. Yes or no? If you're psycho, you're going to say yes. Only sociopaths. This is a proven fact. 100% accurate. Put pineapple on pizza. I'll allow that. They are degenerates. I agree completely. The best moves for 3-star gold priest? So he doesn't even have many options. But let me go to the Google machine here. In this case, the WWE Champions official blog, and click select stars, 3-star, and see that he has a limited thing to choose from, but he does have a sub. So the answer is probably going to be the sub, Zombie Attack, which leaves big power gems. So use that along with the Diving Heartstopper, choose black gems. And then any power gem trainers you have, in particular Riddle, will be super good. So Zombie Attack with Diving Heartstopper, and then just for funsies, you can also put the finisher in, and that should be the moveset that I would use with power gem trainers. There you go. There's a weird, scary-looking game called Zootosis? Interesting. I love pineapple, but not on pizza. You know, Chris, I actually I didn't ask that. I showed it in my preview, but I didn't ask. Hold on. Let me ask. I forgot to actually say something about that. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but thank you for telling me and reminding me. On Brett's finisher, activating the jugs works like a combo move, and it will proc the plate if the requirements have been met. Can you please confirm if intended or bugged? Question. Holy crap! 10 people are okay with pineapple on pizza and 6 aren't? Um. First sandwich. Yeah, I would pick the pineapple off. You chose wrong. It was pretty close then. It would have been 12 to or 11 to 9. Would have been pretty close then. I would pick the pineapple off, but still eat the pizza 100%. I actually really like pineapple, just not on pizza. My go-to pizza is sausage, extra cheese. Yeah, okay. So what do you guys? So honestly, no one's really thrown anything out there. So triple yellow, I think, is going to be great. Tons of rosters. You don't need anything awesome necessarily to hit pretty hard with triple yellow. And it's quite good. The leech gems are actually big boys. I knew somebody would run with that. It's okay, Gumsy. I anticipated it to be you, to be fair. You didn't let me down. Yeah, Noah. It's like a better... I feel like this is a better Final Boss Rock triple yellow, but maybe I'm wrong there. Let's curious about feedback on that actually from you guys as we go. And we're doing Ready Reds, and we'll start with just the gremlin plate on a 50%er. Red. Should we use Bailey? No, we'll use Sea Priest. There we go. Like that. If you have 17k Santa, it's more fun. And because you can use this move twice when you hit the finisher, before you hit the finisher. Otherwise, you can only use it once. But we can do that next. And strap. Ba-da-ba-ba. Did I miss it? Does anyone know if the dude that needed help asked any follow-up questions? Hopefully he's trying and getting through his tour. I might have missed it in trying to continue with the stream. So this one, you would use Rhonda's jacket if you use Sheriff's Badge. If you're not using Sheriff's Badge, then you would use Dog Ear Gremlin Plate. All this time and finally get Z. Right, Gumsy? How cool, like, actually, guys, how amazing is Zombie Gunther for free? Throw a 1 if you're just now getting Zombie Gunther for free this month, if you haven't had him on your roster. Give me a 1. I don't need any other number. Somebody will do another number. But 1 if you're getting Zombie Gunther this month and you've never had him. Thanks, Skimp. I knew I could count on you. Gosh dang it. That's a fair amount of 1s. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of excited peoples. Oh yeah, this is your first is Bunders. Guys, this is important. I believe this is Bunder's first zombie event. Am I correct in saying that, Bunders? So we need to ease him in gently. He's a newbie. Oh, right on, Telvin. Gotcha. Trickster tokens have been a lifelong problem, it seems like. What did I just put take? Why? Why did I put a takedown? Nice, Rose. I hope you get her. The two zombies I'm missing are Tuso, like 500 shards away. Not gonna happen. And Orton, 200 away. Hope it happens. Alright, so let's do the dog-ear gremlin plate. Where are you? Boom. For the red gems, and start there. There is no easing into zombies. Valid point. I mean, yellow will hopefully work for that, Dina. The yellow set. I'm missing, yeah, Tuso and Orton. This might be 3 years later, the year I finally get Orton. Just need gear and Moment. Moment is very reasonably priced, XJ. Should be able to, if you play a decent amount this year during zombies, should be able to get the Moment, no problem. The gear, that's a much higher price tag, though. So maybe not the gear. Actually, technically, Acolyte is boosting this. We can leave it on anyway. It's not crazy gem damage. We can. Is that the only one you're missing, Chris? I'm... what did I put on here for triggers? Right on, bud. Yeah, so... Leeches wouldn't be loaded, and Tusos. Yeah, Tusos not easy to get. 2-3 matches is good. I like doing row breaks just because, you know, get to see stuff go boom. But I also like having enough gems to be safe. That is kind of Rose. Hopefully they do like some kind of grab bag. In the past, during Halloween week, they've done like this what do they call it? Like trick or treat or something. And then there's bags that have a bunch of the zombies in it, the older zombies, and you could get a bunch of them. I don't know if they'll do that this year Halloween week, but they've done that in the past. So the good thing about Brett with his sub, you can do it every turn. Sammy got loaded, which is potentially a problem. So we can just hit the sub again. One of the big reasons you guys know I don't like subs is because when stuff goes wrong, you're kind of screwed. So the subs I tend to like are ones that you can hit every turn if needed. Also, now we can do some leech gem damage. We're going to get more leeches on the board. All of this is good. He got his black match again. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm over it, Sammy. I'm not doing it a sub again. I'm done with you. So let's just make some red gems into leech gems. My patience only goes so far. But as you can see, it's a highly effective moveset. Gotcha, Tank Daddy. Grant Campaign, yeah. Was Grant Campaign 2 years ago now? Or 2 zombie events ago? Something like that? 3 zombie events ago? Ah, Grant. We miss you. We love you. Favorite Scopely employee of all time. The most beloved. I also prefer the prize wall one. Alright, let's see what we do with just 1 sub and 1 set. Because, you know, 2 sets was pretty great. Boom. You know, that's not terrible. 30 million. Not terrible. Yeah, that's actually, I actually mentioned that. That's a decent price, Tank. I don't know what the rest of the month is going to hold for shards, though. So it's hard sometimes to jump on it early, but that's a decent price. I feel like 100 shards for 20 with some loopholes. I never feel bad about buying those personally, but so the other thing, why do I have, oh yeah, the red gems. The other thing you can do if you have Santa Hogan is you can get 2 sets of leech gems out, and that's when you saw it hit hard. Because you can put the leeches, then hit the sub, and then have a bunch more leeches out because you hit the leeches again. Gotcha, XJ. Rusty. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how silly people would feel? I can't. What is going on here? There's too many yellow gems. I'm confused. That's what's going on. Too many gems. Mherex can't see the board. Bad things are going to happen. Fair enough, XJ. What? He wildcarded us. You dirty dog, Sammy. And me here without the reversal move in. Well, there goes that plan of like, hey guys, this is great. You can hit the move twice. Please dox Grant. Spoiler, Grant no longer works at Scopely. They had to let Grant go. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? Too late. I was a chicken and it's too late. I was going to say I'm not going to be a coward. I'll go for it. But it's too late. I already chickened out. Because I don't want to get subbed. I hate being in subs. Basically, my whole life revolves around not being in subs. $32 million, and then whatever that would have been. Anyway, it's kind of cool. It's a lot better with the Sheriff's Badge, which I really hope we see some of this month. Then you could use Rhonda's jacket. Yeah, they're super annoying, Derek. Fair enough, XJ. Fair enough. This is for a pretty big boom. Let's see if we wipe Sammy here. Pretty sure we're going to. And indeed we do. Yeah. What do you mean? Gherkin? Why they nerfed the key farming? I'm not sure what you mean. How are you, B10? So yeah, Brett hits really hard that way. With the yellows. You can let him get sub 2. And he's got the sub reversal. You can check my preview for the countdown build if you want. It's a little bit slower unless they hit the sub, then it's pretty cool. It does decent damage. It's my least favorite build. I really like the triple yellow. Double yellow is okay. I am curious what double yellow would hit. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then we can move on to the Juggernaut set for him. Gotcha. As honestly, I'm going to be truthful with you here. I actually have not paid attention to that in the past. I literally just do them until I'm high enough for a faction score. I've never paid attention to how many keys I get, so I couldn't tell you if it was always guaranteed or not personally. If I'm being truthful, I just never paid attention. I just farm till I have a high enough faction score. That makes sense. So I could not tell you for sure. I'm sorry. Maybe chat can help you out though. I can almost guarantee you there's somebody here that pays super close attention to that. And I thought I would never see a day where I used this plate, let alone equipped it in a preview. But here we are. Mark of a Hero. Doing something somewhat marginally, not huge, but somewhat marginally useful. This one would be ready 2 clicks in feud. Boy, you know what? That's a... Just think about that list, Chris, that you just said, right? I think most of Brett's thing is that Brett's a showboat, which is completely stacked. Also, I think how you feel about him depends on if you have a drip plate or not. So this was the 2-click for 36 million. It's just a little bit low without a moment or some extra. 2-click with 36 mil won't quite do it. That's kind of about where I expected, but it's not bad. I'm not dodging your question, Chris. I'm kind of thinking. I would say in most of the cases, it depends on what you have, right? So in Tiffany's case, there's a ton of Lady Multiply users. She counters them hard. You can easily win pretty quickly with Tiffany. So she's really good that way. In Tamatonga's case, there's not very many fast tricksters, and there's no other move damage male tricksters. So he really fills that well and doesn't need anything super crazy to be as fast potentially as any of the other tricksters, right? You could make a case, though, that Ozzy was free. Everyone has Ozzy, so maybe that devalues him a little bit. As far as a feud standpoint, I feel more comfortable using Tama post 99 MP than I do using Ozzy. From a fun standpoint, I feel like Ozzy is better. From a showdown standpoint, I also feel like Ozzy is better. And also for a boss battle, I feel like Ozzy is better. May, with absolutely everything, is very, very good. Faster than Charlotte, hits hard enough, but she needs absolutely everything. Without everything, not nearly as exciting. So Brett, I mean, here I'll show you. We'll do the drip build. And I'll show you. It's gonna hit probably for 80 million. On just 2-3 matches and be very fast. So it's difficult for me to say. Chris, I feel like they all have kind of their uses, and then Miz, of course, super high risk, incredibly high reward, assuming you have the moment. Miz is ridiculous. And how hard he can hit, but it is very high risk. So I feel like they're all good. I don't feel like any of them are what I would call perfect. Yeah, Derek, I think the But also, Tama can basically do at gold what he can do at bronze. I plan on keeping mine at 26k talent to take advantage of the 3 pyros and just miss out on the 5% gem damage of the purple, and then use my 6-star bronze to easily and quickly clear silvers and bronzes when I have to fill a trickster spot. So that's how I would use Tama. But yes, to answer your question, I do think he would also be worth 6-star gold if you want that higher health pool. Just know he won't hit a ton harder, but still very good. I think all of them have their place. I think they all do really well. And have a lot of fun. Great. I have not played Zombie Rhea in forever. Is the botch moveset available with the finisher at 5-star silver? If the botch finisher is there, that's her only real thing, and it gets weaker the higher it goes up. Can't play other app and games work, create, but not. Saying I think some people are having some issues. I do not for sure know that I understand your question 100%, but there was an update, so make sure your phone is updated, because I do know there was an update. Also, this is a really good opportunity to show you guys something cool. So I'm gonna run this just pretty standard here. We're just gonna take all the plates off. Run this no plates. Miz definitely has the highest top end of the group for me, and it's not an easy setup to be able to get or have. I think I've probably liked Tiffany the most and use her a lot for lady events, in particular Lady Feud. Likely I will use May and Tiffany the most out of all of them, though, to answer the question. Oh, of course, Gumsy. Julius is incredible. But they weren't asking me about Julius. They were asking me about the A tiers. I think they all have holes, Chris, to get back to that. None of them are perfect, but they're all very good. I think of them, my favorite is Tiffany. Host the buffs and her plate and that stuff. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack! How are you, Ducky Schultz? It's always good to see you. Sorry if I blew out anyone's ears. So this is without a plate. It's got a big buff. If you don't know what the move does, it's a 1x6 Juggernaut move. Increases your black gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. So that's 300% extra black gem damage, which is quite good. With the entourage we have, 2-3 matches would load it in feud post 99 MP. Also, unless I state otherwise, everything in here is going to be a 99 MP build that you're seeing today. So that's also good to know. Now, this reduces the countdown on all of your Juggernaut gems in 1 turn. And then makes the whole board full of black gems. So 300% buff, black gems, board full, 30 million damage. It's exciting, but not super exciting, right? It's not bad. but it's not incredible. Basically, the way I look at a multiply gem is it's just extra gems. There's 49 gems on the board, right? So if you have a times 10 multiply gem, it's like 10 extra gems. Now you have 59 on the board, right? If you have 10 times, now you have 149 on the board. That's how I tend to look at multiply gems. It works for my brain. The drip plate will give you, every time you activate a black move, 7 multiply gems of strength 7. Or in this case, 49 extra gems per. So we're basically blowing up the board 3 times. What did we just hit for? Like 30 million? So basically 3 times if they all stay. Probably. Let's find out. Brett's very good. Both with very little, and he's also good with a lot. You can do it in either order. You can do the choose for the 3. Less likely to cascade if you do the choose first. But now we have all of those multiply gems, free buff, and they're about to get a lot bigger. So here we go. $79 million reduced to 71. Pretty good. Pretty good. But sadly, drip plate is not available in the game. So, yeah. Bread is very good that way, but again, you have to get a drip plate. There is a second option for him to hit hard with this build, but it is not ideal at all. And it is a MP plate that you may not have. I don't think I have this on Mherex, but I haven't also put a high priority on it. It's one of the Rocky plates. It's definitely somewhere in the new Marquee Tours. Break 3 red, get 3 black. And this is something I personally do not recommend doing in Feud. Ever. But you can do it. I'm not sure what you're saying, B10. Yes, I do have a drip plate. If you're asking, I do have a drip plate, but drip plate is not available, so I'm not sure. But drip plate is for sure what you're asking. Maybe someone can translate for me. The problem with this is the 5 and the 3 match, and the fact that I'm going to cascade. That's my only issue with this. Yeah, drip plate is ideal if you have it. It's 100% ideal. That's his best setup. That would be his best, highest damage, fastest setup probably. So I would say yes, drip plate would be ideal. But it's not ideal if you don't have it. Then it's extremely unideal, you know? Who else has black gem damage? Boogeyman. Where the heck is Boogeyman? Hide net. Son of a gun. I'm so blind. Boogeyman's 30% now. Where are you at, Boogie? Didn't I equip him on someone else earlier? He's probably equipped. I mean, probably. If you're talking about Trickster Solo Northern Mouth, I would say faster. You don't have to wait for... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Close? Similar? Yeah. Drip Plate was available for like $100 a few times. And then if you got Powerhouse Sammy, like from a bag pull, Drip Plate was available one time where if you had Sammy like first day. So I know a couple actual free-to-play players that have a drip plate because they bag pulled Sammy. You got a drip plate. I got my drip plate when I got Sammy, and it cost me like $40 or $60 on Mherex account. But I never liked the drip plate, so I didn't spend for it. All those other times it was 100. There was a bunch of times it was available for about 100 if you spent properly. Initially, though, people were spending a ton for it. I'm doing well, Stuart. How are you? So it's certainly not as rare as like any of the Ghostbuster plates. Those were incredibly expensive, and they were only available a very limited time. In fact, the Ghostbuster plates got more expensive on the second offering than the first offering, and that's sort of unheard of. Much more expensive. That was only if you were first place, right, Dina, on that one? Bailey, Stewart. This for me is all about Bailey. That is my big focus. I want all the other ones because their entourage is incredible, but Bailey is so good. I actually can't wait to play her, because she's so much fun, and she's next. It's killing me to wait to play her. So yeah, this is totally not ideal because it's a 5 and a 3, and if you guys know me, I do so well with 5 and 3s, and am super duper lucky and never cascade. No, I have nothing announcement wise, Kitty Corn. Actually, today. Today is about the zombies and then the news tab. If you're not familiar with that, the news tab was the other thing that I was supposed to talk about. So the plate and this swipe gets it all loaded again and gets you 2 rounds of buffs. Which, incidentally, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see here. Make sure these go off first. Yep, they did. So, can you still hit for 60 million with Brett no drip? Yes. Is it very safe? No. But if you want to, it is there. He can hit very hard. So yeah. It's gone. Yeah, it's a disease. Sorry, kitty corn. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's Brett with no cascading. They probably won't, Chris, but I do think that would be probably doable. Especially with me, B10. Generally, I'm very good at cascading. There's a reason why I like what I like in the game. There is a big reason. Anything else people would like to see with Brett? That'll do it, Stewart. That 100% will do it. Do you want to see? I mean, the reversal move that they all have is super cool and fun to use. If you get subbed, steal 35 million health. It's pretty nutty. But yeah. Are we ready for Bailey? We're on okay pace. I got 30 minutes left. We should probably get to Bailey anyway. Fair enough, B10. I don't think I've played Bailey yet. Oh, you mean from my video. I got you, Bunders. All right. There is a showdown today, Scon. You can play it if you have recruited Chelsea. So, one of the starter packs. Just like last month on the first week, starter pack to access week 1 showdown. Right on, Stewart. Can we... Hey, Sean, how are you, buddy? I mean, it's similar to stuff I did in my previous with 100% strap, though, and with them at gold. I don't think anything too crazy. How are you, Sean? Um, do you? Oh, that's right. You need Zfin too, and I forgot, Bunders. You haven't played a zombie month. I'm like, you have Zfin, and I'm, oh, no, he doesn't have Zfin. See what happens when you assume. Bailey, let's just go. Is that on rare? Cool. Bailey is my faves, and I've only tried her with a 50% strap. So yeah, let's just start out actually with no strap because this is the silliest, funniest, coolest. I'm having. I hate subs, so F you subs thing ever. Hello, Copels. For who? Bunders? Bailey? Was that last month? If last month, no. I used up my strat or my monthly currency before I knew about any kind of move damage thing, so no. But I can check right now and tell you what I have on my account on my phone if you really want to know. Filter, class, and any modern will do. Sonya, I think I have only a 40%er, which is fine because I used a 50%er in my video and it's more than enough. Oh, I do have a 50%. Do you have anything bigger? What is that? Nope. Nope. 50% is what I have for her. But that's plenty. Not worried at all. 100% overkill. Oh, yeah, yeah. Right here. So basically today, the news tab thing is about the update they did for the instant web login. And if you click here, it takes you straight to the portal and signs you in. So you don't have to go through the sign in nonsense. Nice, Sandel. I hope that was a good thing and not a bad thing. Yeah, it's super useful, especially if you get all of your data on your phone for the game. I use my PC for everything, but like web browsers and navigating websites on a phone can be clunky. So this is actually super handy. I don't know, Scon. I haven't had any issues with the portal from my end. Also, if you didn't know, the news tab just literally is super useful. I have this is new, so I have not gotten used to using it, but literally it'll take you to all of the web feeds you want to go to, if you want to see any of this stuff, and it's worth checking. So when you get red dots, don't be Mherex and just ignore them and click them off. Sometimes there's really good info here, and apparently there's stuff here that you don't. I actually didn't know about this. Furpo's like, Mherex, talk about the whatever this is called. And I'm like, huh? What's instant login? What? Bruh. Grog make fire. Grog not know. That's basically what I was like. And he's like, do you not read the news tab? And I'm like, no, I usually just go to the portal and look at things because I like my computer. But anyway, this is actually super useful, especially when you're on your phone, I feel. So that's kind of cool. And the news tab in general. Also, sometimes they update the month-long chase in here where they tell you how many shards are going to be available. There's like a little picture with info and stuff. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's actually pretty cool. As you're going through the month where you can find the shards left and that sort of thing. It's not always 100% accurate, but it is very helpful. That I do like. I love that. Every time I see that. What was I doing? Bailey. Did that answer your question, Chris? Yeah, it did. You said very cool. I also have a really bad habit of saying, "Does that make sense?" or "Does that answer your question?" Because sometimes I'm not sure my words are super coherent. Oh yes, and we're starting no strap with Bailey, right? Um, you know what? We're only going to use 2 trainers because why the heck not? We're not going to use any coaches. Why not? He says. Eh. And we can keep the sub. Why not? I would assume so, Stewart, but if you're able to do the showdowns, there's extra Bailey shards in there. So throughout the month, I would do the showdowns and try and get the Bailey shards from there. And it should be make her easier than Jacob was, I think, but do not quote me on that. What Bunders just said. The shard count is on the blog, but if Scott was here, he would probably have a really good idea if he thinks the showdowns are kind of extra or if they're worked into it, and if they are worked in, are they worked into the premium or not. Scott tracks that stuff like a hawk. He's my go-to. So anyway, this is Bailey, no strap, only 2 trainers with this crazy reversal that steals 35k health. You may notice this reversal steals 89k health with just Clubber and Kofi. You know me, Chris. I hate it. The past, generally, prior to MLCs being the way they are now, or have been, I most months got 3 characters, and there was I got the free, the chase, and then one other one. And usually there was 2 I would miss, 1 I would get close on, 1 I wouldn't get close on, right? Now, in this new format, I got lucky on the first one. Trish I didn't get till the month after. The rest of them I got everybody every month. Playing similar and spending similar to how I was before. So for me, the new style was significantly better for how I play and how I spend. I feel like I got way more bang for my buck, way more plates, characters, etc. So I don't like, without playing it, how it looks. But I'll play it and see. No, I didn't get OTC. OTC doesn't count. He's $2,000 if you wanted to get him unless you got lucky. I didn't even try to get him B10. Those kind of characters, I won't spend 4 to try. I don't get lucky in pulls that way. I would never try and single pull a featured like that. Odds are next to none. Um, I'll get lucky on pulls, but not that way, if that makes sense. Right? I spend when it's guaranteed. Okay, so the reversal. It doesn't need to be loaded to work, but if you wanted to load it, you could hit this button. You could also hit the sub with this build, but we don't care. Jada has 76 million health, and she's going to sub us. I get that, Midnight. And now she's got 0 health. So, if you know anybody that has a sub and will use it, you can just take Bailey in with Clubber and Kofi and have yourself a time. That's pretty cool. All of them are like that, really. But I mean, I just like starting there. Um, so that's fun. What does whale have to do with it, Midnight? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yes, sir. 89 million with just 1 trainer. No, I know what a whale is, but why will they love it? Love her. That's what I'm asking. Why will whales in particular love Bailey? So, this is a 20% move damage strap with takedown ones. Definitely nothing whaley about that. Everyone may not have them, but that's definitely not whaley. I think we can all agree that's definitely not whaley. You may not have it, but it's definitely not whaley. Does Ted count as whaley? And does Hall of Fame Ted count as whaley? I need chat to talk to me on this. And I'm assuming Lita also won't count as whaley. If I'm wrong, I'll take him off. It won't matter. So before we hit any moves, I'm not a bully. I'm asking. This is a. It's more like I look at it like a teachable moment. 4 million, 15 million before the buff. This is a 200% increase your black move damage. That's 1 MP. We would start with 7 MP, so 1 to spare. When you hit this buff, this becomes 12 million. This becomes 45 million. Now, there is a cascade risk here. You can hit this move for another 12 million and then just not place it. And now you can hit for 45 million. Jade started with 76 million health. That's a feud-ready build that did 74 million damage with pretty near free-to-play setup and only takedown ones on a 20% strap. So, I don't think it's fair to say whales will love her. I think it's fair to say Champions players will love her. That's more the point I was getting at. Is Bailey's redonkulous? Period. That's no plate. That is no plate. Derek, that's funny. Derek, do you have all of these characters? Oh, it's already done, Chris, and it's even lighter than this. It's less than this. The budget build is already done. I'm just not posting it all today. So, yeah, but it's even less than this, and it still is crazy, Chris. Still crazy. So, the point I'm trying to get, like, I think sometimes we think certain things are whaley or only for the whales, but they're definitely not. Yeah, Stuart, that's my favorite build. And this one would certainly be more whaley. I don't think you necessarily need... Come see. I don't think you necessarily need crazy stuff. No Lita? I mean, okay. Mherex, can you show the health steal with Roman? Yes, Bunders. Yes, I can. That is completely fair. And a great question. You weren't playing, so there's no way you could have it. Why do you wish you had the black to yellow plate, B10? I can maybe help you with that wishing and FOMO. I can tell you right now, you don't need it. Even kind of. You can one-shot everybody in this game without a plate with Bailey. Yeah, but why load it again? That's an extra click you don't need. We just zeroed out a Showboat's health. And there's an even faster way that's zero risk. She has a Mherex proof that'll zero everybody in the game. So why? I mean, if you just want to hit hard, yeah, I could see wanting it for sure. Right on, Tiger King. Thank you. So Bunders, you will get Rock this month, by the way. For Hellsteel, it looks like Rock is going to be one of the backstage passes. That's fair, B10. That's fair. I was just trying to help you not have FOMO. So you will have access to this Bunders by the end of this month for sure. And he's a little bit better than Roman. So 62 million, which is basically everybody but a Showboat. And you should, I would assume, get Zombie Balor at some point as well. That puts you up to 65. Yes, you did, Tiger King. And so did the rest of the world. I no longer have a Discord. I deleted it many months ago now. So yeah, Bunders, you should end up with both of these by the end of the month. But on the outside chance you don't, I will actually show you with your original question. Hello, Ivy Girl. How are you? So hopefully that helps, Bunders. Now, B10, before you get too upset, I don't want you to keep stressing here. I got you. I am just going to keep this same 20% takedown ones on, and let's see what this does. Chelsea's not bad, period. Sean, you troll. You troll, Sean! And then we can put a bigger strap. We can use... We can equip a larger strap. Words are so hard. Thank you, Gumsy. You never disappoint. Oh, I got 12 minutes left? Okay, I still got some time to make this happen. How have you been, Ivy? Hopefully good? Ivy is a wonderful human being who is also very quirky and entertaining. Love it. I know, Gumsy. I know. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, though, Santa, this stupid Santa, adds 30% move damage, and none of us have Santa this high. So that annoys me. So, to make it an even 40%, we're going to just use him. Right, Sean? Crazy, Dina. I'm going to equip a larger strap at some point to Bailey. I'm trying to be very careful here. It's dangerous ground. And this is still takedown once. Like, this is very... So, Mellow is for sure the hardest thing about this. No question. But it's still takedown once. 3 million and 5 million and 13 million. Boof. 10 and 16 for 26 million and 40 million. It's kind of really freaking good. But wait, there's more! Just in case you wanted to do gem damage, she buffs her black gems by 150% with the combo move too. So you also are going to get gem damage. Right, B10? Use 0 to Showboat's health with a 20% move damage strap and takedown once. Feud ready, Mherex proof. Don't have to touch the board. I mean, gosh dang. What more do you want? No plates? That is beautiful. I'm going to say this right now. I don't think there's going to be a character I like more this month than Bailey. Oops. Gosh dang good golly Miss Molly. Right, Ivy Girl? And it's move damage, so it's fresh. I'm sick of gem damage. I really am. I am all here for the move damage. Let's not give everyone crazy move damage, but I am here for the move damage. I mean, this is so easy even Mherex can do it while talking. And it's not even an Ahab build. I mean, I haven't seen him yet, B10. I haven't seen him yet. But, like, how can you not love that? Don't need a plate. Nothing to stress about. The stress is just getting Bailey. After that, you know you're going to have what you need to run her. So, yeah, like, let's freaking go. Does anyone even care with 100% strap? Is that something people even care about with the 8 minutes we have left? Yeah, Derek, right? Interestingly enough, guys, you guys that are here all the time, I have no problem saying this right now. I am very close to 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's actually a super big milestone for our game. It's been a long time since I hit a milestone. Very likely, I never do giveaways, but very likely, as a thank you, I will ask to do a very large giveaway for 7K since I don't do them very often. And I'm not going to advertise it. I'll just do it, and it'll probably be 70 or 80 people on stream is all. Because those are the real ones. So hopefully Furpo will let me do a big one for that without advertising it. Because I'd like to thank you guys. So I'm like, I think I'll hit 7K around the end of this month. But I don't know that for sure. I'm like 80 or 90 away last I checked. Anyway, I would like to thank the people that are around all the time. And that would be a good way to do it. So I haven't talked to him about it yet. I can't imagine he'll have an issue with it since I never asked for giveaways. But hopefully that works out because I'd like to do a stream where I just thank you guys, but then not advertise it, if that makes sense. Because I appreciate the fact that you guys come and hang out and want to watch without incentive, I guess is the word. You know? I really appreciate it. I don't know, but I appreciate that. I really do, B10. So we'll see what I can do. And it would be a rare thing, but I'll actually have fun doing giveaways, so. Fair enough, Southside. Thank you. Yeah, so Chris, I'm a Gumsy. Oh, there is no way, but I'll ask. I 100% will ask. Thanks, Clay. Like, I when I started making videos, I thought I'm just a 40-year-old dude that grew up on a dairy farm in Minnesota. I do not know how to make videos. I don't know how to stream. I stumble over words all the time. None of this is stuff I'm good at. I'm not a good Twitch streamer by like Twitch standards. I'm not entertaining. I'm not exciting, you know. So I have no idea how any of it has happened. Other than like for some reason you guys hang out, help out, watch my stuff, you know. So yeah, I would have never thought, Chris. Yeah, right on, Sean. Thanks, Spider Guard. I'm glad. That's the stuff I like to hear. That's true. That's true. I definitely give my honest opinion, sometimes to my own detriment. For sure. Oh my gosh, Clay. I am not repeating that. Oh, that's funny. Pretty much, Crazy Dina. Pretty much. Dr. Sparks did carry me in the early days. 100%. Still talk to him basically every day, Southside. He has an open invitation to come on stream, but he won't do it. So annoying. Although in typical Sparks fashion, you know what he says? I'm not here to amuse people. That's why. The Mherex page? I have no idea. Oh, thanks, Restate. I try. Hot tub stream for 7K? Maybe. Maybe. Thanks, Steward. Guess. What are you eating, Stephen Randall? What are you eating? I hope it's pizza. That's kind of a loaded question. Sean. All right. So, upping the strap, pre-buff 4775 and 178. Let's hit the booth. I know. I've done a hot tub stream before. 100%. Woof! What do we got? What does this add up to? 22 and 14? Is that like 36 million? So that's doing 36 million. What's 36 million plus 53 million? 53.6. That's 100 million. Right? Yeah, Clay. This game is it's way better now. 89 million? All right. It's a lot. It's many millions. It's many millions. Whatever. 90 million, 80 million, 100 million, it's all the same. They're all dead. Yeah, B10. And it is basically Canadian because I'm from northern Minnesota, which is basically Canadian. Biscuits and gravy, man. Oh, that's awesome. Steven Randall. Totally jelly. You guys want to see that again? 2 minutes left before you guys can go win some crap. You live in Canada Light. Hence the name, Vikes. Hence the name. So if she started with 76 million, she's down to 58, down to 36. That's like 40 million. And this is another 53 million, right? That's like 93? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Clay. Yes, they did lie to you, sorry. It's like Bobby Meets World. Yeah, every once in a while I get that, but it's not as bad after living in Oregon for like, what? Is this 17 years with Mrs. Mherex? Peck! Yeah, Bailey is amazing. I am doing fantastic, Peck. I'm always happy to see you. I still feel bad about, yeah, on the, every Tuesday, usually on the Champs channel, I still feel bad about the Discord conversation, Peck. I know you know, but like, sometimes my stupid how I look at things is just, I feel like it's sometimes too blunt. And you're such a nice dude. I actually felt kind of bad. Yeah, I know you know me, so. But still, I'm going to throw that out there in front of people anyway. Check this out with Bailey, Peck. This is all move damage. Nothing super crazy. You hit this. You hit this. Oh, you know what we weren't adding in? It's over 100 million with the gem damage. We didn't even count the gem damage. We only counted the move damage. Watch the gem damage here. It is over 100 million, I bet. 9 million gem damage. That goes over a hundo, I think. Yeah. Thanks, B10. So yeah, Bailey's freaking awesome. Love, love, love Bailey. Yeet. She is out of control, absolutely. So like people are like Bailey or Naomi, Bailey or Naomi. Bailey's much easier to set up and run at a high level. When they're both set up to the max, I think they're super similar. Naomi's 2 clicks, Bailey's 3, so yeah, that's fair, Peck. That's fair. All right. Well, I will get you guys to Professor's stream so you can hopefully win some free crap. Thank you so much for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. This year's crop of zombies are looking amazing. I'm really, really enjoying it a lot. Yeah, Chris. I'll try to stream tomorrow, but like I said, it's the last day before I leave for vacation, and I do want to record a bunch of videos so I have some stuff to post while I'm gone. No problem, Bunders, anytime. So yeah. Right on, Peck. I love to hate my Vikings. The one thing that's guaranteed is the Vikings will let me down. But I do love my Vikings, even if I don't follow football at the moment, really, because I just don't have the time. I do miss it, though. But thank you. It's going to be great. Mrs. Mherex and I are literally taking our computers with us to the coast, and we're going to game, do some coast stuff, hang out, and eat a bunch of food and other stuff for like 5 days. It's going to be great. Very nice low-key getaway, doing all the stuff we love. That's hilarious, Vikes. Right, Peck? There's always disappointment. Thanks, Zesto. Appreciate it. Thanks, Stewart. Take care, guys. Oh, also, on the way out, last month, I think, is the most videos I've done in a month since the Tuesdays. I think I did like 58 videos last month, and that's in a large part because how awesome you guys are and have been. Um, really keeping me motivated and stuff. I'll probably stream tomorrow, Peck. I don't know how long. It just depends where I'm at. So, yeah. But I'll probably stream tomorrow a little bit earlier on in the day, likely. No comment, Crazy Dina. No comment. A gentleman doesn't talk. Yeah, those were good times, Cito. Zesto. Yeah, yeah, Peck. So yeah, take care, guys. Thanks again. Enjoy Professor's stream. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're just on the way to raid Professor. Go get some good stuff. Yeet, my dogs. Yeet.
Although I've been a Mayo left out in the